Hey, fellow Star Wars fans, I'm Mike, and you're watching Force Within TV. And today we're talking about community theories for Star Wars Rebels Season 4, as well as the sequel trilogy, and Star Wars in general. So, first up here we have Trace Madoon. Thanks for helping me out with the pronunciation there, Trace. And he has proposed that Leia should meet Vader and Tarkin, or maybe just Tarkin, in Star Wars Rebels Season 4 because she seems so familiar with Tarkin in the movie A New Hope. So I think that's an awesome idea. I've actually included it in a couple of my other videos. Very cool idea. I'm not sure. We only have 15, 16 episodes, Star Wars Rebels Season 4. So I don't know if we're going to be able to fit that in there, but it would be very interesting to see. Maybe we see it in Forces of Destiny. I actually predicted. It was one of my predictions in that video. Thrawn in the throne room is another idea that he presents. So this is actually something we see in the Thrawn novel, is Thrawn talking to Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader. He's introduced to Darth Vader. And it would be very interesting to see them having a discussion about the Death Star and how it's a poor allocation of resources. And there have been in the Vader comic, the original Vader comic, that is, Grand Admiral Taggy, I believe is his name, did the same sort of thing, saying that the Death Star was a horrible allocation of resources. So it would be very interesting to see, maybe that's a point where Thrawn and the Emperor and Vader are sort of at odds with each other. Maybe that argument breaks down and they actually, Thrawn is sent off to the unknown regions by the Emperor, or maybe Thrawn ends up dying, which brings me to my next theory here. This ties in nicely with Big Kenobi. Maybe after that meeting, Vader is actually sent off to kill Thrawn, and Big Kenobi says, wouldn't it be cool if in Star Wars Rebels Season 4 we see Grand Admiral Thrawn hunted down by Vader. Vader actually comes to his Star Destroyer, ignites the lightsaber, and then Thrawn, he doesn't really know what he's going to do. He grabs the lightsaber that he has in his collection and ignites it, and they actually have a very brief, of course, because Vader is far superior, a very brief lightsaber duel. I think that's a really cool idea. Thanks for posting that up, Big Kenobi. So up next we have Turklin's Turklin TV, his theory, and he says, can everybody in the Star Wars universe tap into the Force? Or sorry, his theory he's putting forward is that they can, and I absolutely agree with this. If you look at Star Wars Rebels and Zeb's people, right, they have a different interpretation of the Force than, say, the Jedi, but they definitely tap into it. He also mentions, like, sort of this metachlorian, not a popular term, I know, but metachlorians versus somebody high in metachlorians like Anakin Skywalker, who can really tap into the Force easily, whereas maybe somebody like Chirrut Imwe has to do a lot of training to be able to tap into the Force just a little bit and have sort of heightened senses about certain things. So very cool, something that I'd like to do a complete video on. I'm pretty sure Urban Acolyte has touched on something like that in the past, as well as Thor Skywalker. So thank you for those theories. All right, guys, so let's look at theory number 4, and this was brought to us by Adrian. Adrian, thank you for posting your comment. He says that Commander Cody will appear in Season 4. This is because he was mentioned by Rex, and he thinks that, characters are usually mentioned by characters within Star Wars Rebels before they appear. So that would be very cool, Adrian. Also, Ward was talking about the sequel trilogy bringing a lasting balance to the Force. And, I think that the Jedi, for example, the Jedi aren't going to end, but the Jedi are going to find that balance between, not the gray balance between the dark and the light, but the balance of accepting the dark, not trying to defeat it, but understanding it and not letting it consume you. So I have a video coming out about that sometime in the next month or so. So thank you, Ward, for getting that. Urban Acolyte TV, Urban Acolyte. The Urban Acolyte channel did a great video on this. So check that out if you're interested. And another one here from Larry. More details about the theory. He basically just said, hey man, I need some more details about what you want me to theorize on. And I apologize, Larry. Absolutely, I will next time. Thank you very much for the feedback. And this is definitely something I'm going to do again, guys. So next up we have Ivan, and Ivan is talking about Star Wars Rebels Season 4 in the end. And he thinks basically in the end the Empire is going to win the Battle of Lothal. Zeb and Kanan will end up being killed by Vader. Hera and Chopper are going to escape to Yavin Base, and then we're going to see Sabine and Ezra go to Mandalore. So very cool. An idea I've had for doing. I have a playlist on just the new animation series. I think that could be spawned or spin off from Star Wars Rebels, and I think one of those could be indeed Sabine and Ezra on Mandalore. Would be very cool, right? So hey guys, just want to talk to you about Lightning Star and how he has done a video on Ahsoka going to the dark side. So just a fan theory, several episodes of that I believe. At some point I am going to be doing a review of it on the channel, so thank you for commenting as well, Lightning Star. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for participation in this contest. Comment down below if you'd like to see something like this again or some other sort of contest. I'd love to hear your ideas. Like I said, I really want to have a two-way conversation here on the channel. I'm definitely going to be buckling down and concentrating more on Star Wars Rebels and sort of trying to get focused on that over the summer. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. Please continue to comment, and may the Force be with you always. Please consider subscribing, checking out my Jedi Train Like a Jedi series. Maybe check out a recent video, or down in the video description you will find several links to my website, including a table of contents of all the Train Like a Jedi series.